Yo, welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Ace. Hope you guys are having a great day on this fine quarantine evening. It's like 2 to 11 p.m. my time, and I know that if some of you guys are bored, I'm going to be posting some more content. I'm going to be posting Naruto tonight, and then probably 2 episodes, if not 1 for sure. But today we're going to be checking out a video by Swagkage. This is Could the Five Kage beat the Akatsuki? I'll share my thoughts on it and a little bit of why. But before that, make sure you guys check out the original video in the description. You guys gotta check out Swagkage's work. He's a great YouTuber who talks a lot about Naruto and anime. Just overall general really good channel. So make sure you actually check out his work. I am just reacting and commentating to this. I don't own any of this. But before we get into it as well, make sure you guys like, comment, hit that bell because there's more content coming out this week, especially with the quarantine and all that. Really, we're going to be bored, so might as well be doing more videos. But let's get into it. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, how's it going? So earlier on Twitter, somebody asked me what I thought about a fight between the Five Kage and the Akatsuki. And at first I wasn't super keen on doing it, but this is something that a lot of people have asked me to make a video about, and the question got plenty of support on Twitter anyway.
Alright, straight up, first things first, my first opinion, I gotta say that Pain, Nagato, Itachi, and Obito, they're untouched, okay? They're gonna basically clap any one of the Kages. I'm not saying it's gonna be an easy fight or it's gonna be a short fight for the most part, but I definitely think that they're not going to be able to take out Pain, Itachi, or Obito. They're just going to be too OP for any of the Kage. However, the rest of the Akatsuki, though, that's a different story. But that's just my opinion.
Anyway, now the thing is, I already made a video about whether or not Itachi by himself could beat the Five Kage. And when I said he would lose, I made a bunch of people who disagreed with me pretty mad. So if it's already this debatable whether or not...
So that video, I'm not sure if... I haven't seen that video myself, but I don't know if he means like Itachi versus the Five Kage at the same time. Like if he was comparing that to Madara versus the Five Kage at the same time. Because I would say yes, I would agree with that. Itachi versus the Five Kage, he's going to lose. Itachi versus each individual Five Kage, there's no way he's going to lose. Like him versus Gaara, I think Itachi takes the win over that. Him versus Mei, I definitely think Itachi takes the win over that. Onoki, I don't know about that. Raikage and... Onoki and Raikage are the only two that I don't know about, but Tsunade, I definitely think he would be able to clap her.
Then if you were to give him 7 or 8 more Kage level teammates, like, I think that trying to argue that the Five Kage could win is an uphill battle for sure. Just for the sake of clarity, by the way, I'm talking about the Five Kage from the War Arc, so just Tsunade, A, Gaara, Onoki, and Mei. As for who the Kage are fighting against, when talking about the Akatsuki as a team, a lot of people like to assume Orochimaru is part of it. And some people even like to slap Taka in there as well. So
no,
not just
bro.
Sasuke,
why would you slap Taka? They'd easily get clapped.
On top of him. And if you were to do this, if you were to give the Akatsuki all of these people in addition to you already expect them to have, then like the Kage would just be overwhelmed. I don't even know what you'd expect them to be able to even do. So those guys are off.
Yeah, for sure not. I wouldn't. I don't know why people would slap that on there. Because Jugo, Suigetsu, and Karin definitely would not stand a chance against the Kage. Sasuke, depends on where you put him. Like, if it's after Perfect Susanoo, then yes, he would stand a chance. If it's before Perfect Susanoo, when he was barely getting used to the Mangekyo, he was going blind, and he was getting a lot of strain on his body, then no, he would get clapped. Although he did basically almost beat the Raikage. It just depends where you put him. But anyone else from Taka, no.
The table. It's kind of hard to even get a sense of how strong Orochimaru would have been at this point. And on top of that, it may not be fair to give the Akatsuki Taka when most of the members of the group were dead by the time Sasuke joined. Speaking of that, another conversation worth having is whether or not to allow both Obito and Sasori to be on the team at the same time. Because Obito only started showing his face to most of the members of the organization after Sasori was killed by Sakura and Chio. But since he was always kind of behind the scenes operating from the shadows, giving orders to Nagato and to Konan, I think it's fair to allow him to fight alongside the rest of the group here. So we can just assume that this is the Akatsuki as it was composed at the beginning of Shippuden. So everyone in the group, aside from like Zetsu, who probably won't even be fighting, and arguably Hidan is Kage level, and the Akatsuki has the Kage outnumbered almost 2 to 1.
Yeah, I could.
There's
I don't know
also
if I
already
agree
been a
with that,
precedent set for
but
Kage losing
no,
versus
he's.
the Akatsuki. For example, we saw Deidara beat Gaara in the first arc of Shippuden,
Mm,
and even if you want to argue that Gaara's gotten stronger by the time of the war arc,
maybe.
Sasori beat somebody who is even more powerful than Gaara, the third Kazekage. And again, if you want to argue, well, maybe Gaara got so much more
No,
powerful by the
dude,
time
he
of
got
the war arc that he
bodied.
could beat the third Kazekage. But the thing is, Sasori killed the guy without his most powerful.
Yeah, this dude mollywopped him, just straight up bodied. Like, apparently, according even during the time when Gaara was Kazekage, everyone was saying that the third was the strongest and ahead of his time, etc. And this dude Sasori straight up bodied him. And this was many, many years ago. We don't see him as strong as he is now. So, I mean, no, for sure I get it.
Powerful tool. This was before he had his Iron Sand puppet, because he made the thing from the corpse of the third Kazekage. So he was significantly weaker when this fight took place. So as for Gaara, Sasori or Deidara, worst case scenario, both of them working together, should be able to take care of him. I don't think I have to convince anybody that Mei isn't much of a threat to anyone in the Akatsuki. Like, maybe she could beat Hidan, but pretty much anyone else could take care of her. So that just leaves Tsunade, A, and Onoki. A and Onoki are pretty heavy hitters, and I don't want to downplay Tsunade. But there are a lot of pretty strong long-range fighters in the Akatsuki, and Tsunade is best at getting close to her opponent and just punching them.
Itachi,
Katsuyu could help with this, I guess, but the only purpose she really serves
Tsunade
is
wouldn't
acting
stand a
as
chance
diversion
against
for
any of
when the
them.
pain summons. So she's gonna have to rely on the good old fisticuffs, and an approach like this doesn't seem like it'd be very effective against most of the Akatsuki.
Straight
Conan
up.
can fly, Deidara can fly, Sasori could keep himself at a distance from Tsunade very easily. Kisame could do the same thing. Kakazu could do the same thing.
Damn.
And Obito specifically is a really hard counter to her because he can just phase through all of her attacks. So that just leaves A and Onoki. These are the two big boys of the Five Kage. Onoki is definitely the stronger one here, but A isn't like weak or anything. He's got this crazy combination of speed, power, and durability. And of course, Onoki can speed him up and make his attacks hit harder with his boulder jutsu thing that can adjust people's weights. So A is definitely worth.
Okay, there's a possibility that Deidara for sure. In my opinion, I think him alongside Hidan. I don't know who I put down as the weakest. I'm struggling between the two, but I think maybe Deidara. Or no, maybe man, it's hard to tell. Okay, maybe Hidan's weakest. Deidara's the second weakest. Okay, sorry. Let me start over. Zetsu for sure is the weakest, but then we know he's not because he's. Later on, we find out he's like the one who orchestrated all this. But for the sake of power during this time, Zetsu's the weakest. Then it's either Deidara or Hidan. So I definitely think those two are getting clapped by A and Onoki. Either of the two.
Considering a potential problem here. Then Onoki, of course, can just like atomize people with particle style. But let's think critically here, right? To say that the Kage would win because Onoki could just turn everybody into dust would be kind of like saying that the Akatsuki would win because they could just trap everyone in Shibaku Tensei, or because Itachi could seal the Kage with the Totsuka blade. While particle style is definitely a big deal, it's not like the Akatsuki don't have any counters to it. Pain can absorb it. Kisame might be able to absorb it with his water shark bomb jutsu thing. Itachi might be able to block it with the Yata mirror, at least if Onoki shoots it as like a laser beam. And then Obito, of course, can just phase through it. Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't work. If Onoki hits anybody with it, they should just die. But Pain's ability to absorb it is a really big deal.
Straight up.
I know only one of the...
I mean, we saw Madara... we saw Madara... Dude, I can't talk today. We saw Madara absorb it when Onoki tried to, I think, close range shot. Basically kill Madara off. He was able to absorb it no problem. So I don't think there's any reason why Pain shouldn't be able to absorb it either.
Paths can do it, but the Preta path is actually pretty fast. When Naruto fought Pain and was about to hit Tendo with something, Prada just kind of shows up out of nowhere, completely off panel. He was pretty far away before this happened, and jumps right in front of Naruto's incoming attack and absorbs it. Like a split-second reaction. And since all the paths share a unified field of vision, they'll probably be able to see when any other members of the Akatsuki end up in danger.
Pain is freaking OP. I gotta tell you, straight up OP.
Then the Prada path should be able to show up in the nick of time and save them. Now, this isn't guaranteed to work every time. It's not like an infinite get-out-of-jail-free card or whatever. But it's still a pretty hard counter. And the other thing is that for Inoki to use Particle Style, he can't do his light and heavy boulder jutsu combo with A, so he'll be sacrificing some of A's speed and power for the opportunity to kill one of the Akatsuki. Now, to be fair to the Kage, these two are really powerful, and so dealing with them is going to take some of the more powerful members of the Akatsuki. Pain, Itachi, and Obito are definitely...
Straight up, what'd I just say? Pain, Itachi, and Obito. Those are the three, for me personally, if those three went up against the whole entire Akatsuki, I'd be rooting for the oh my god, bro. This quarantine got me messed up. Pain, Itachi, and Naruto. Straight up. Pain, Itachi, Obito. Those three, I'm telling you, those three go against the 5 Kage. My money's going on the Akatsuki. Just those three alone.
The group's strongest members. And I think that any one of these three could beat either A or Inoki in a one-on-one fight. If you give one of them to Obito, he won't really have any trouble. He can just phase through all of their attacks and suck one of them up into the combo we've mentioned. Pain can Soul Steal or Chibaku Tensei, either one of them. But to be fair, Chibaku Tensei is a little bit risky to do because it may also end up trapping all of the Akatsuki inside. But the human path Soul Steal is still a viable option. And then, of course, Itachi could just stab one of them with the Totsuka blade. So it sounds like the Akatsuki have the advantage here, and I haven't really even given Kisame, Kakuzu, Konin, or Hidan anything to do. Just the team
they got reserve.
Obito, Itachi, Sasura, and Deidara is more than equipped to take on the 5 Kage, and you could pretty easily make a case that you don't even need that many of them. As a matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and discuss that? Let's talk about a hypothetical Edo Akatsuki versus Kage situation. So, in this case, the Akatsuki wouldn't have Kisame, Konin, or Obito on their team. But in exchange, they would get a much more powerful Nagato, a much more powerful Itachi with infinite chakra and no...
Nah, dude, Nagato and Itachi...
Kakuzu, Deidara, and Sasori would
Nagato and Itachi, reanimation, those two take the dub.
Brought back without any of his puppets, so he probably wouldn't be much of a threat to the Kage. So the thing is, Edo Itachi and Edo Nagato are monsters. Nagato, by himself, had both B and KCM Naruto pinned down in like 5 seconds. He was ready to kill both of them and didn't have any trouble putting them into that position. Then, with a little bit of help from Sasuke, Itachi was able to take out Sage Kabuto, who is way stronger than any one of the 5 Kage. So honestly, just the two of them would probably be too much for the Kage to handle. Power Nagato with infinite chakra are both pretty ridiculous, and then on top of that, you put Kakuzu and Deidara, both with infinite chakra on their team, and also Sasori without any of his puppets, but still infinite chakra. For any assistance that they might need, yeah, there's not a whole lot that the Kage are going to be able to do against that. So I think my position is pretty clear by now. I won't keep talking about it anymore and make the video any longer than it needs to be. Sorry.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Just basically, from what I thought was confirmed, basically Itachi, Nagato, and Obito, those three versus the Kage. I'm rooting for them, the Akatsuki. Even if it was Nagato and Itachi, but at reanimated state, they're taking the dub. I'm actually really curious to see, or to like imagine how it would be full power, prime, healthy Nagato with, and it doesn't need all the 6 pains, just he has all the powers like he did when he was reanimated, versus the Kage. I'm really interested in seeing that. I would definitely think that he would stand a chance though and give him trouble. I don't know if he'd win. I want to say yes, but I don't know much about the anime personally to say yes or no for sure. But That'd be interesting. Anyways, that's the video. Again, make sure you guys check out the original video in the description by Swagkage and check out his channel. But otherwise, see you guys later tonight. I'm going to be uploading Boruto, and I'll see you guys in the next time.